Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bitumele Makoboshiani, the creator of the Be Smart Budget, your sister in budgeting. And if you're new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button. We would love you to join the family. In this channel we do videos on personal finance, personal development, and a bit of living in a form of vlogs. And to my returning subscribers, hey friends, how you doing? All right, okay guys, so today I want to talk about how you get old debt off your credit report. Bad credit doesn't have to last forever on your credit report. Your bankruptcies are supposed to last, your chapter 7 bankruptcies are supposed to last for 10 years, and your unpaid or delinquencies are supposed to last for 7 years on your credit report. After that, they should come off. Okay, so we all know that certain debt expires after 3 years, right? So if you have not watched that video about debt expiring, you can watch it on a full video on my YouTube, or you can watch a short one on TikTok. All right guys, so as I have mentioned before, this debt has to fall off after 10 years or 7 years, depending on which class of debt it is at, all right. But this is not always the case. It doesn't always happen according to schedule. So if you find that there is debt that is lasting longer on your credit report, and it has been over 7 years or over 10 years, what do you then do? Okay, so the first thing that you do is that you need to verify the age of your debt. Okay, so by verifying the age of your debt, I mean that you need to go back and check exactly when this debt was taken, because it could be that the credit reporting company hasn't received your correct date in which you took out the credit. So it's either they have a wrong date or they are using another date, but you need to make sure that you go back and you verify this date, and that make sure that they receive the right date. This is going to help make sure that when the time for the date to fall off, it does fall off, And then second thing to do is to get all 3 credit reports. You get it from Equifax, you get it from Experian and TransUnion. You get all your credit reports, because these credit reports are not often identical. They're not identical, so there might be some important information that is on another one but is missing on another report. So you make sure that you get all 3 of them in order to not miss any useful or good information that could assist you in making sure that there is debt that is coming off your credit report. That's because the important thing is that you have a credit report that says the same thing on across everything. So if you find that your report from Equifax has something that has your Ellerins account that's expired when Ellerins still existed, then you need to make sure that it is taken off, and on your TransUnion it's not there, and on your Experian it's not there. That is very, very important, because all these places are not identical. And then number 3 is you need to confirm the age of your sold off date. Remember, no matter even if your debt is sold, it's sold off, resold to debt collectors, because remember, once your debt expires, then what the creditor does is they take your debt and they sell it off to debt collectors. Those people that call you every day and they beg you for even if it's 50 rand, those are debt collectors, meaning they have bought your debt off from Ellerins, they have bought your debt off from Discom or whoever that you owed, so now they are collecting. So make sure that the debt collectors are using the date in which the debt occurred. So the date is very important in all of this, guys, because it is the determining factor of when you took the debt and how and now when it needs to be removed. It is very important. So you need to make sure that your debt collectors are not registering your debt on your credit report with the new date in which they bought it at, because your debt could have been you could have taken your debt in 2010, and then the company sells it in 2015. They buy it and then they register 2015 as the year of your date. Make sure that is not the case. They are not allowed to do that. That is a no. Okay, so then the other step that you could do is you could send letters to the credit bureau, né? So if the debt is over 7 years or 10 years or too old to be reported, what you do is you draft a letter stating that, listen, there's this debt on my credit report and I would like it to be removed, Then the credit bureau will open up an investigation. They will investigate to verify your information that you have given them with the credit reporting company. And then should the credit bureau find that your debt should have been removed, they are going to remove it, okay? So they will make sure to remove it. So I have before I knew all about this 7-year period of debt, I have a range account that was paid off in 2018 that still shows on my credit report, so it bothered me because I didn't understand why is it still on my credit. It doesn't show the status active, because on your credit report all the things that you are currently owing are going to show a status of active. So with this specific one, it doesn't show any active status. But I didn't understand why was it still there until I learned that your debt stays there for 7 years, especially if it is it stays there, but it has to be inactive in order for it to not affect your credit score. Because remember, your credit report captures all your data. So it means this range account is my data that is captured on my credit report. Yes, and it is not in arrears. Yes, it is not active. I no longer have that account, but my Woolworths account also, the fixed account also, they are all there, but their status is not active. So you need to check all those things also. Is this specific thing active at that time? If it is active, contact your creditor and make sure that they are aware that you've closed the account or you have paid it in full, okay? Or if it is a delinquency, then you need to come up with a repayment action to pay it back. But if the debt has been there for over 7 years or 10 years, you write a letter to the credit bureau, and they are within their rights to remove that credit within 30 days. So if you lodge a complaint, it will take 30 days for it to be fully removed off your credit report, okay? So you need to bring tangible evidence, of course. So you need to bring evidence to all of these things that are going to back up your letter, which is your court filings, your correct date, and all the letters you might have received from your creditors, your banks. Do not ever give your bank statement though, but your proof of payments and all of those things. Give those things, and these will prove that your debt is old and it should be removed from your and not reflecting on your credit report. And then number 5 is you can send a letter to the credit reporting company. So other people start with this step before they go to the credit bureau and write the letter to the credit bureau. Other people usually write the letter to the credit reporting company. Let's say it's been 7 years, the account has been paid, but Woolworths still has, the credit registering company still has my Woolworths on my credit report. What I do is I write a letter to the credit reporting company to tell them, listen, this was paid, also provide evidence, and then they also have 30 days to remove your credit, that certain debt from your credit report, okay? And then you could get special attention, meaning that if your credit reporting company is not really working in your favor, you can then speak to people in authority in that company, specific people that can assist you. That is what we mean by get attention. And then the other step is you can contact regulators. After you have written letters without any response, So what you do is you contact the financial regulators. So what they do is they compile everything for you and they provide a critical oversight. This is the step that you take before you take your last resort, which is attorneys. So if you have tried all of these things and they're not working, you now move to talking to an attorney. And if I say talk to an attorney, I don't say go there and file a lawsuit. Sometimes it is as simple as getting a letterhead that is from an attorney's company or a law firm that is going to get you the help that you need. Just a simple letter coming from a lawyer or your attorney saying, listen, so and so's credit card, providing all the information that you have, but on an attorney's letterhead. No, so sometimes that is all the credit bureau looks at, or even the credit reporting companies are going to look at. So that is all that you can do before you can file for a lawsuit. And always get advice whether should you file for a lawsuit or not. But in most cases, it doesn't even have to get that far. You just need assistance from an attorney to get you to make the right noise to the right people. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. If you have been struggling with an old credit that is still lingering in your credit report, this is the ways you can have it removed. And remember, you are not blacklisted if something is still on your account, because there is not even such thing as blacklisting. Okay, and if something is still on your account and it's inactive, it really doesn't matter unless the 7-year period has passed or the 10-year period has passed. All right, and this appears to good debt and bad debt. If the debt that you have paid off is still, use the steps. If debt that you didn't pay but it has been 7 years, it can still be removed from your credit report as long as you can prove that it has expired. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.